I'm going to demonstrate how to access the table history. Now, why might you want to know what's happened at a particular table? Well, this would occur particularly if a player has contacted you and asked you to look into something. So, situations might be that the player feels that their opponents made a bid, perhaps it wasn't alerted and has led to an unfair outcome on that hand, or perhaps there's a complaint about a hesitation being made by the opponents that led them to get to a contract they should not have got to, and again the player's looking for redress. Or perhaps it's more fundamental than that, just some unpleasant behaviour or some rudeness. That hasn't happened in any of the games I'm involved in, but this is how you would find out about that. Okay, so let's suppose that the player, cards 54, has contacted the director and said, please have a look at what happened on board 3. I don't feel that we've got a fair result because of something that's happened. So I'd need to know what happened on board 3. I'd need to know what table they were at. So the first thing I need to know is, this is a howl movement that's being played here. So I don't know what I don't know where any particular player was at the beginning of the movement, so, or in any particular round. So what I need to do first of all is click over here on the running tournament to get the menu up, and I can look at the player's history. Player history, and I can put in cards 54. And that will show me everything that that player has done. It doesn't show me what was going on at the table, it just shows me. But here I can now see that at the first round he was sitting at table 3. So now if I know that the issue was on the first round, I'd go to the table 3 history. Equally, I can pull down here, and each round it shows me which table he was at. So let's assume the issue was on board 3, which happened in round 1. That would have been at table 3. So I go to table 3. So I now go to the table history for table 3. And a window will open showing me everything that's happened at table 3. So here I can see that cards 54 was sitting east at table 3. This was board 1. So let's scroll down, find the board that we're interested in. There's every board that's happened. So here's board 3. I'll just scroll, there we are. So on board 3, here you've got what the bidding was. It looks to be fairly straightforward here, but imagine if there was alerts or announcements or people asking in the chat about, or people asking for what a particular bid meant and they didn't get a satisfactory answer. Equally, if there was a hesitation during the bidding, you can see how long each player has taken to bid. So here, Great Vibe has made a bid and the next player has taken 17, 19 seconds to pass. That may or may not be an issue, probably isn't, but if there was a hesitation, it would be very clear from the data there. So you don't have to start asking players about was there a hesitation. You can see that there was a hesitation because there was a long gap. Now, of course, it's not actually against the rules to hesitate. What it would be against the rules for, and we'll cover this later on in the course, is for the player who's hesitated, for their partner to possibly take advantage of that as unauthorized information. Okay, but this is how you would deal with that situation. So if you had a judgment ruling to make about something that's happened at a table, you need to get some data, and the table history is how you do it. So that's how you access it. You can scroll through that table history. The other thing to point out is at the end of each board, it'll summarize the playing times for that board. That data might be important if there's been some slow play and you wanted to penalise somebody for slow play, for example. You can see how long it's taken each side to play the board, because what often happens is one side will say, we didn't finish the board because my opponents were slow, and actually when you look at it, it was both sides that were slow, or actually the person complaining was even slower than the people they're complaining about. So this is a way of getting factual information without relying on speaking to the players and hearing what they're all alleging happened. It doesn't happen very often, but this is how you would get the data that you need, should you need to get that data. Now, if I needed to think about this and wasn't sure what to do, I don't have to make a decision. I might even be the playing director, so I might want to get back to playing my hand. So I don't have to leave this here. I can just make that open into a new window, leave it there, The data's all there on screen. I can come back to that at the end of the session and make my decision, or speak or talk it through with another director later on. And the data's all there, it's not going anywhere. I can get back to whatever else I'm doing as a director or a player, and I haven't got to worry about anything more about that board or that table for now. And that's, I think, the essence of using the table history.